folks, Dan Frito here, the Mortgage Update. Today is May 21st, 2020. So let's go over today what happened. Here's what we're going to go through today. What happened in the MBS market, and there's no surprises there, and there's no bad news. There's really no good news. Basically, loans are flat. Some really devastating news came out in the housing market for sales. Good for home buyers and good for home sellers, and but the numbers were really bad. But I think, again, what my prediction is when the light switch goes back on, we're going to see a quick recovery, and a year from now we'll look back and say, that wasn't so bad, hopefully. And hopefully you and your family are doing good out there. And then what I want to do too is kind of dig down in some of those areas, and I also want to bring up forbearance. And I know I'm driving you guys nuts in the forbearance market, and everybody and their mother's out there doing a video. But it's funny because I watch a lot of these videos, and you're hearing it from financial planners, realtors. I'm in the mortgage business, so I can tell you for a fact in the trenches how forbearances are working. You might hear from an attorney or financial planner saying, the forbearance, thing it's no big deal. It is a big deal. I actually talked to a friend of mine this afternoon, and he said, hey, I just got this forbearance letter. I took it. All right, I asked him, did you take it? He's like, heck yeah, I can skip 2 payments. I said, well, did you know after those 2 payments you don't pay, you're going to have to make 3 payments? He's like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, did you read it? He's like, no, I was so excited that I got the forbearance letter that I basically just said, heck with it. I'll take it. I'm not having to make 2 mortgage payments. Guys, that's not what's happening. You do have to make those payments in most cases. And if you're looking to refinance, if you haven't refinanced yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Rates are low, and it probably makes very much good sense to refinance. But please look into it, because rates are crazy low. And I'll be the first one to tell you, it doesn't make any sense. If you come to me and you're at 3.5 and I get 3.25, would I do it? No, I wouldn't do it. I have people sitting on the fence at 5.5, and I'm like, I can get you 2.75. Let me think about it. Guys, you're driving me crazy. What's there to think about? And okay, let me rephrase it this way. If it was going to cost you 10 grand to do that, yeah, think about it. Do the math. If I'm saying, in many cases, your costs are maybe $1,000, what are you waiting for? I'm going to leave it at that. It's up to you. But if you need my help, I'm going to give you all that information at the end. So let's get to it. What's going on in today's market? I'm going to put my cheaters on. I'm old. So let's get on to where we are in today's market. So we were down 2. No big deal. So yesterday we had a huge rally in the market. It's been a real volatile week. So I'm really not going to, there's really nothing that transpired today. I expected a little bit of pullback today because of what happened yesterday. And also what a lot of people are forgetting is when we have a holiday weekend, a lot of people are going to be bailing out early tomorrow, me included. So, it kind of tapers down the market because there's not as much trading going on. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't dive into that, too much. It's really been flat today. So that's no big deal. So let's go on to kind of some other things I wanted to talk about. In the real estate world, we're going to talk about real estate now. Coldwell Banker, they're saying won't be seeing a decline in housing pricing. And I found that kind of interesting because if you're looking to sell a home, you probably don't have a lot of buyers out there. So I thought it would be kind of a stagnant market, or you have a glut of people looking to sell and you don't have as many buyers out there. That would drive down pricing because of they're just, a lot of people are sitting in cash or sitting with pre-approvals on the sidelines saying, I'm just going to wait for somebody that really has to sell, the vultures, and then come in and swipe down and get it. So it was kind of interesting to see that housing prices haven't really declined. And I'm going to give you some additional news here in a second. If we go over to this section here. Existing home sales hit a 10-year low. Now, this is the sales part of it, okay? But what's helping, the silver lining behind all this, is the rates. And we went over rates the other day. Rates are still crazy low. Maybe tomorrow what I'll do is I'll post, where we've been historically in the past, the average rate. And I can show you where that's been for the last 5 to 10 years versus where we are today. And you'd be amazed on when you're looking at a 3% rate, you might say, well, that's kind of high. I'm looking at 2.875. In the scheme of things, that rate is crazy low. Okay, just crazy low. So that's the silver lining behind everything right now. Rates are low, and again, when that light switch goes back on and people are back out there, you're going to see a lot more activity in the housing market. So if you're fortunate enough right now to have a job, be able to get pre-approved, you probably have a lack of competition right now in buying homes. So I'd highly suggest you get out there and you beat the rush of people that are out there, or will be out there soon once the light switch opens back up. Refinances obviously are dominating the market right now in the mortgage world. We are doing record numbers. I mean, we hit the billions last month in loan volume, and you're thinking, well, there's a pandemic out there. There's an unemployment rate of 20 or 30% based on whatever numbers you want to look at. How in the world are people refinancing? Well, a lot of people are still working, and they're fortunate enough to take advantage of the way the rates have pretty much plummeted because the Fed stepped in, and they're doing everything they possibly can to help from us going into a recession or another depression, which could be likely or around the corner. But I think I think they're stepping too far, my personal opinion, and we're going to see some repercussions of this a year or two down the road with inflation and some other numbers. But they're trying to save everything right now, and maybe that's not a bad way to do it. Okay, so we went over rates, stable right now, and they're still fantastic. Home sales are terrible, but if you're able to buy, you're getting a record low rates, and a lot of markets are starting to ease up. Big announcement today that we have. Our minimum credit score was 640. It has now dropped back down to 600. And FHA's true guidelines are 580, but we're currently at 600, and you will be very hard pressed, as I show in my videos every week, of finding anybody that's doing FHA loans at a 580, a 600, or even a 620 credit score. We've opened up those pipelines, and anybody out there with a 600 credit score, now we can get you through our system. So that's that. So let's go back on to an area I want to focus on is forbearance. Okay, the biggest thing I want to touch on in this is, and I won't read this, but FHFA came out, and they basically all of the mortgages in the country. We'll just put it that way. Let's say they're the oversight. And that's not textbook, but let's just say they're the ones that basically make the rules. They came out and gave some guidance, and basically what they've said is this. If you filed a forbearance and you are continuing to make your payments, you can refinance. If you're continuing to make the payments and that house is the house you're going to sell and you're looking to buy another home, you can go ahead and buy that other home, even if you filed the forbearance. But the caveat there is you didn't miss any payments. The weird part about that is, and they came out fairly quick with this, thank goodness, is not a lot of people have missed payments yet. But if you missed a payment, here's the guidelines for that part of it. So let's say, for example, you were looking to sell your house and buy another home, but you took advantage of the forbearance and you missed your May payment. It's still May, so I would highly suggest you make that payment. So let's say it was, you missed your April payment. Well, what happens? Well, you can't buy that new home until you actually start making payments and you make 3 consecutive monthly payments. So let me go over that again. If you're in the process of buying a home and you missed a payment because of the forbearance, you cannot buy that home until you make 3 consecutive payments on time. And you can't make those as one lump sum. You have to make 3 months consecutive payments. So again, recapping. If you file the forbearance and you've paid every month and really didn't skip a month, which is, again, it's not skipping, it's truly just pushing it down the road, you're okay. You can refinance and take advantage of today's rates. And or if that's the house you're going to sell, you can go ahead and sell and buy the new home. If you did miss a payment, you have to get back on a payment schedule and make 3 monthly payments on time. Okay, so that is that part of the equation. And that's about all I have right now. So to recap it, rates are flat. Home sales, terrible. Home values are staying steady. If you're fortunate enough to qualify for a home right now to buy, if you're a first-time home buyer, do so before the mad rush gets out there. Refinances are dominating the market, so if you haven't contemplated refinancing, I'd highly suggest you do. At least reach out to us. Let us give you some ideas and just run some numbers. And I'll be the first one to tell you, yeah, it makes sense, or I wouldn't do it. And honestly, if you check my reviews and check everything out, hopefully all the comments, is you see that I really speak what I would do personally, and I'm not here to cheat you or deceive you or talk you into a bad loan. That's not what I do. So that's all that part of it. The forbearance agreement, I gave you updates on that. Please, if you know somebody that's looking to do a forbearance, please let them see my videos. Don't have them watch other videos because a lot of the people don't know what's going on, and they'll tell you kind of what they think. They might be a realtor. God bless them. They mean well. Or a financial planner or somebody of that sort. I see it on a daily basis. And just a week ago, the ruling was if you filed a forbearance, you could not refinance or buy a home for 1 year. The FHFA came out and revised those guidelines, and they made it public. So this is what everybody's abiding by at this time. So if you'd like to get a hold of me, let me put this up here. I hope this can pop up. You can reach me at thefrioteam.com. Probably the best way to reach me is to give me a call at 844-775-LOAN. So that's 844-775-5626, or shoot me an email at D for Dan, Frio, which is Frio, at preferredrate.com. So here's what I ask you to do. If you're looking to, or you're in the process of refinancing right now or buying, do me a big favor. Ask your current lender for one of two things. Ask them for a loan estimate or a fees worksheet. Basically, what I want to see is what rate they're charging you and all the fees. And you'd be surprised on how much we can cut that. You don't really realize, and they just start throwing in a bunch of junk numbers. And they'll just, a lot of times they'll just tell you, oh, that's standard fees. Well, it's standard for their company, but not standard in the industry. So I'll review that for you and get back with you probably within an hour and say, here's what I can or can't do. If they beat me, God bless you. I'd be more the first one to say, you know what, take it. Sign on the dotted line and move forward. However, probably in most cases, I'd say right now we're about 80% or maybe a little bit higher than that. We are winning on rate, fees, and or both, rate and fees. And if you haven't started the process, if you're looking to buy a home, we'd love to help you. The process will make it quick and easy for you, but thorough. I like to walk you through kind of piece by piece by piece on what to expect, the good, bad, and ugly, and we'll be more than happy to work with you hand in hand all the way through the whole process. If you have a mortgage right now and you want us to take a look at the numbers, send me a copy of your mortgage statement. And again, email it to me at dfrio@preferredrate.com. And just in there, just say, hey, Dan, I'm looking to refinance. Give me the term. I'm on a 30-year term now. I've been in there for 5 years. What would the numbers look like on a 20-year term? So your mortgage statement's going to give me a few things. It's going to give me your address, so I can look up the value. It's going to give me your balance, so that'll give me that. The only thing I don't have and need kind of your help with is give me an idea what your credit scores are, and be realistic. And then with that, I'll get back with you and say, okay, here's what I can do, and here's the benefits or the drawbacks of doing this program or that program or whatever. But I'll get back with you again. If it's during office hours, I'll probably get back with you within an hour. If it's in the evenings, I promise to get to you probably by 10 or 11 o'clock the following morning. And then it's not a hard sell. I'll just let you know what I can or can't do. If we can help you, awesome. I'll send you a link, or we'll give you a call and get the application started. And again, if somebody beats me, God bless them. You know, you're looking for money. We're trying to just help you get it as cheap and efficient as we can. So I want to thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you would. Subscribe down below. Leave some comments. And somebody did leave a comment. They want me to review debt ratios or debt to income. I'll do that tomorrow as well. So tomorrow we'll go over a couple different things. And probably tomorrow or Monday I should have a podcast started that I'm going to be posting once a week with some of the guys here. And we have a new team involved with us. They're called the Millennial Mortgage Guys. They're for the younger crowd to help those that really don't understand how or the benefits of buying a home, what that does. Because us older folks, we'll deal with you guys. Basically, our demographics are like 35 to 55. We need to help educate those younger ones into getting into home ownership and building their wealth. So God bless. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then. Bye-bye.